Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
6, getting down with another Prison Talk. You know, I've mentioned it to you guys before, but I'm gonna say it again, is that watch what you say when you are interacting with law enforcement. And this isn't to say that, hey, law enforcement is all bad, but it could be all bad if you open your mouth to the wrong thing and get caught up in something you didn't mean to say, and they use that against you in court. Now, this right here is crazy right here. This situation, this gentleman came into the police station to report that his father was missing. And they actually got him, after 17 hours of interrogation, to admit that he killed his father. This is the man who came in to report that the man was missing, and they got him to confess that he murdered him. And then after they saw that the father was still alive, that they knew that the father was still alive, they didn't tell him. So this man was mentally breaking down. What type of trickery, deceit, mind manipulation is this? Now, if this can happen to a man who came in to report something he thought was critical in his life, think about somebody who's maybe not even as strong as this person, what they could admit to.
Hours of interrogation, police lying to a suspect in the Inland Empire until he falsely confesses to murder. And now the city of Fontana is paying a massive settlement tonight after police questioned a man for 17 hours until he confessed to killing his father, who's still alive.
An innocent man spends hours being grilled by police. When it's over, he's in the throes of a full mental breakdown. And under pressure, he lies to detectives about killing his own father.
We don't think you're a monster, Thomas.
Never thought that it was easy, maybe even possible, to get a completely innocent person confess to something like that. But after I watched the video and watched the interrogation of Tom Perez, what I divined is that they could get you and I to confess to killing Abe Lincoln if they wanted to. It's unbelievable. And they're not amateurs, and they know what they're doing, and they know how to do it.
Steering says even after detectives learned Perez Sr. was alive, they did not tell Perez Jr. Instead, they had him held for mental distress.
Once they learned this, instead of telling him that, because of what they did to him, they 5150 him. They place him on a civil protective custody hold, have him taken to the mental hospital.
Lie to this man until he falsely confessed that he murdered his dad. A lot of you don't know what you're dealing with or what you're up against when you go into these interrogation rooms. I've been in interrogation rooms, and it's like nothing you can imagine if you've never been there. And for these guys who think they're hardcore criminals, gangster, they get in there, break down, cold room, AC blowing, nobody to talk to. You got two people in your ear. You know, who knows what else is going down. I mean, you're isolated. You got to know your rights. You got to know your rights. And this guy wasn't even being, interrogated for an arrest. He was being interrogated for reporting that his dad was missing. $900,000. That does not compensate this man for the mental anguish he suffered. And then, you know, for him to somehow in his mind convince himself that he murdered his dad and they knew his father was alive. This is sick, bro. This is something beyond. But like, you know, I've seen people confess to things and then not sure whether or not they actually did them, and then try to take it back. And you know, if you don't have an attorney that you can go into these situations with, or if you're not mentally prepared, just know that anything can happen. And in this case, this gentleman went through mental torture and deep emotional pain, and the individuals, the officers who interrogate this guy, they should be given a boot. Let me know what you think. Whether you're a civilian, you're law enforcement, let me know what you think about a situation like this, where this guy came in to report his dad and ended up breaking down after 17 hours, and they knew his father was alive and they made him go through this. Why? Share the channel, leave a comment, and subscribe, man. You guys watch the channel, subscribe, and let's get some feedback on this one. Big Herc 913.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in.
To pick up a limited edition GTA poster signed by me for $10, or with your purchase of a Wig Splitter Porsche t-shirt, I'll throw in a free poster signed by me for you.